How would you describe walking by spirit or faith in the current world situation from a reality shifter's perspective?
That's a good question, because we're seeing a lot of chaos right now. Seems like this is a time of people proving that they're right from different vantage points, and they all have tremendously good evidence. And it seems, and I would say it is so, that what they look for, they find, so they can find evidence. I'm not going to say exactly what. There's a lot of hot topics. It used to
Yeah,
be you just needed to steer clear of two subjects, politics and religion, and then you're
right.
fine. Nowadays, oh my gosh,
Uh-huh.
it's like you can't talk about anything, whether it's education, it's, you name it, like, woo, hot subject. So very interesting times. But I think that this really gets back to the core of, as you notice with the books that I've written, it's a very embracing approach. So it's not judging people or saying that we are right and they are wrong. It's just inviting everyone to, first of all, question these beliefs that we have. Do it in a kind way with yourself. You can do it in private. You don't need to admit to everyone, like, wow, I've been a little bit, gung ho here. I'm the one that's been a little bit of a little crazy at times, just trying to prove my point. Yes, everybody can prove their points, but it doesn't really prove it. What's actually happening is everyone can look for the evidence that they seek and find it. Literally, absolutely can and will. That's why, again, going back to my favorite question, how good can it get? Rather than try to prove our individual points, I would recommend, let's ask that open-ended question, trusting in what I feel spiritually to be true, that there is this ultimate goodness. I really do feel it. To me, it's a reality. So I'm not just, I sense it, I feel it, I know it. I feel like, okay, this is real. But that's my truth. And I'm not going to foist that on anyone. But I would recommend everyone connect to whatever is bigger than you, that feels good, that feels like it gives you a sense of purpose and joy, whatever that is. And then challenge ourselves to expand. As we do that, then yes, then we can face this time of great chaos. And how do we do that? By listening, by being gentle with others, as we've learned to be gentle with ourselves, to not be fixated so much in trying to prove any one thing, but always accept whatever's happening as well. It's like playing golf and the ball lands in the sand pit. Well, there it's in the sand pit. So you don't throw a tantrum about it, hopefully, but you just maybe you can laugh about it. I can sometimes, like, well, wouldn't you know, I'm in a sand pit. But I keep asking, how good can it get? Maybe something amazing will happen. And often it does. Maybe if I'm in the sand pit and I look up and there's an extremely rare bird that I thought was extinct, and it's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen, and it makes eye contact and it looks at me, and then we have this moment, and I'm so glad that my ball landed in that sand trap of life. So it's just a metaphor, but and I've been through this a lot. I'm not just saying this, I've been through these things, and this is how I do it. So when we do that with each other, that's how I would recommend to move through this in a reality shifting state of mind, knowing everything can and does change, because quantum physics forbids a single history, because all those realities already exist. And so if you think of it as collectively dialing in a preferred collective reality together, when we don't individually know what's best for all of us, how could we? That's a little above my pay grade. But if we trust our higher, people say higher selves, that part of me that connects and feels like, I'm sure that this infinite love exists. I'm sure that I know it, I feel it, I trust it. And I know it's not a machine, and it's not to me, that doesn't feel right. So there are lots of theories of what's real, but just go with whatever's right for you. Keep it open for everyone else. Let them find their way. Trust in this greater goodness, that they're on the right course. Even if they look terribly misguided and they seem to be causing trouble, just trust, be kind anyway. I'm recommending kindness, listening, love, the usual things people recommend spiritually.
Thank you.